like.
Yeah.
They usually put it there anyway, so it should be fine.
Yeah. Right, welcome to the first episode of Bar Talk. I'm delighted to be joined by Liam Reardon. As many of you will know, Love Island winner, not just on your own, but with company.
With company. You have a lovely girlfriend. What's happening, people?
Before we start, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to Liam for coming over and out of his own time coming over to have a chat with us today.
It's a pleasure, bro. It's a pleasure. All good. Yeah, I got a fresh trim ready for you as well, bro. I've been in a Cardiff on a trim. I'm all good, yeah, all good. Just need to get back into training now, full time. Because I went the other week with Alex and I was fucked. I've been in agony. So I need to get back to it full time.
It must be hard keeping up with training and the schedule that you must be keeping up as well. How are you dealing with that?
Hard at times, because I was training, I recently moved back to Wales. So I moved back in October time. And so I've been living in Essex the past 2.5 years. Moved back to Wales October time. And best decision I've done as mine. I'm happy I moved back to Wales. But I was training in Tony Sims' gym with Kevin Mitchell. So I trained there for, fucking 18 months, nearly 2 years. Trained with Kevin for. Something like that. What did I say?
Yeah, it was a while, yeah.
And it was good wicked setup, like good experience. But and then I was planning on fighting on the Misfits. And then I damaged two discs in my back, so I didn't bother for ages. And it takes up so much. If I'm with someone, I'm going all or nothing. You know, I felt like I was doing so much of that. I was training boxing 4 days a week. I think I was spending, and like strength and conditioning as well. My other course, I was spending like 300-400 quid a week on training, which is a lot of money. Like
the back has been an ongoing thing for a while.
Yeah. Like I wake up in the morning, like yesterday morning, back in agony. So then like. Some days, I'll have training plan, can't train. So, so plan on fighting. My back went then. I went for an MRI and stuff, and it was fucked. So I had to have like a while off. And I was training every day. And then all of a sudden, I fucking 10 months went by and I didn't train. And I can't believe it feels like that because I was training every day and I went to nothing. But I'm doing on the weights and stuff and the normal fitness and all that. But I need to get back to boxing full time now because it can be hard to fit it all in. So I love doing the weights. I love doing boxing. You know, I got to work on the same time. Yeah. Got a partner I got to see. She's in Essex, so I'm fucking there all the time. What I find in Essex, if I go there for a week, she don't love a gym, like, so I'll probably go on my own. And then there'll be days I miss, and then like I'm off tracking. But it's like a mini holiday when I go there. It's like a little break. But I need to get back to full time because I do love the boxing. Like, and people are always saying to me, I was down in Cardiff the other day for the Lauren Price fight. I've done for the open workout and the fight. I must have had about 7 interviews and all saying, you're gonna fight. I've seen you on the pads, you're decent, and I keep saying, yeah, I'm gonna do it, but I just haven't got around to doing it yet. Like,
but when you come out to the Love Island, you probably had two like major options. Which if you're making it now, you got OnlyFans and you got Misfits boxing.
Yeah.
So, obviously. You've gone down the Misfits route.
Well, perhaps I'll have OnlyFans as well. That's what the money is. But I've had loads of offers to.
Are you surprised? I bet some of them are off Alex.
You know what my feet are. I got embarrassing feet. Oh, terrible feet. And I got lounge. I'd say I got a bit of a foot fetish. I love the nice feet. But ironically, I got the worst feet. So I mean, she's got nice feet. Look, that's one of the reasons with that. And what was I saying? Yeah. So I will probably. I got to fight next. I train when I'm training. I'm flat within. Like I feel like I got the fundamentals there. I got the I know what I'm doing. I mean, some of these boys are going to Misfits. Fucking fair play to them.
Oh, some of them.
Fair play to them, but they are horrendous. Some of them.
Horrendous.
But they got like confidence. I mean, because some of them, one of them get called out. They never stepped in a boxing ring in life. Never stepped in a boxing gym. And they be straight in there and they give me all the trash talk. That's what I can't do. I ain't got the trash talk. Yeah. Like, I'm more of a chill day back. And if someone's trash talking me, they probably didn't even mean it. They're just doing it to build the views. But in my head, I'm like, fucking cheeky. You think he is?
Or is he confident?
Yeah,
is he confident?
Yeah, so I mean, it's more of like a doubt thing for me, but I got to do it because I can't look back in years to come and think, what am I doing? Like, why didn't I go for it?
So you're back home now, though, but would you move back up to train with Tony Sims again when your back is better, or or when you do start getting into training again?
No, there's only one gym for me, son.
Yeah.
That's a Mardy boxing gym. It's one gym for me, son. If I was to go for it, yeah, I'd be training with Alex, training with Brett, Alex, or Mikey.
No, bad Mike.
Big bad Mike.
You put a sickie on a day, Mike.
I'm full of sickies, son. That man hates me, son.
He phoned me and said, I said, oh, look, I'm struggling to make exits, but serious, could you make the trip? I don't wait to trip. My father will.
Yeah.
So, God, so this must finish on the road, man. You must be all out there. And he phoned me. He said, oh, he said, I'm sure your father don't fucking like me. He said, what are you doing? He said, I'm sitting in the car driving, I'm shaking like fucking.
Everybody says the same thing.
I was bright, every part of my body was red, and I was thinking, it was no like, well done there, son. I was it was like you fucking do it, and that's it. And I was like, bit of tap on the back off the end of the bit. But good training, you get too fit. But gotta get back there full time. Go on.
Was the offers given to you already, but your back injury come into play, or do you think now when you are fit and ready, you can go and take the offers off people?
It was more of a case of it was like, look, Liam wants to. We're having talks with different agents and stuff, and if they continued on that path, they would have gone for him. I mean, it was no like set fight or set fee or anything. They knew I wanted to do it. But if I say, look, I want to do it, and I fucking push out there, push in, I'll get on there, I mean. But it's just probably up there, I mean, sort my own demons out, because I want to do it. It's just, I haven't got fully ready, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I've been ready, fucking fit-wise, but mentally, I don't think I've got that yet, but I will. I just, you know what it is? Because I've never done it. I boxed since I was about 13, but not... and then fought, so I've bigged it up in my head, and I think, I don't know, I just need to just get on with it.
On that sort of scene, though, like, from what we've seen that you're capable of and stuff as well, who would there be for you to fight on Misfits? Because none of them are very good.
So me, I don't really know, like, size, there's a couple of big boys on there. There's a few big boys on there, but I don't know, some of them are decent, and all it takes is one bang. Of course. Some of these boys are 16, 17 stone, 18 stone, some of them, and it takes one punch and you can cripple you.
However you know.
But 101 kg.
If tall, you come in here, touching the sea then.
6'5", 3/4, we take the 6'6". So we call it
6'6", handsome as fuck.
That's what I mean. I got a nice...
Some men just have it all, is it?
I got a nice nose as well, so that's, maybe I'm holding on to that as well.
Let me tell you.
Is that? Breathing like a fucking... what's them dogs, they're breathing like a pug.
Like, even these Misfit shows and stuff, the views that they hit in, like, when you got, like, obviously, the Usyk and Fury shows and stuff like that, they hit them incredible amounts of views. But the smaller shows, the Misfits tend to be in higher views than the smaller professional.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Shows. You take Joe Cordina now, fought for the world title in Cardiff. It was what's the most you pulled the utility now?
5, I think,
5,000, maximum.
Yeah,
and it was rammed in it, right? But some of these Misfits, they put in like 5,000 people on a few, every.
But they filled the O2 out. And
I remember I went,
like KSI and.
Yeah, I went to watch one, and it was a boxer event on there, right? And it was like they cut half it off. It was like the youngsters, the prospects, and that fighting. So it was. But I went to that same arena then a few weeks later for the Misfits. Rammed. The whole thing was open. It was full in there. Like
with the pro boxing, a lot of the time they don't show it on the telly, but they put a curtain.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Only half the men they use it, but with that Misfits, I'm sure was that where Tommy Fury fought KSI?
No, Tommy Fury fought KSI in. Where was it?
No, that's a name, Phil.
I don't know what it was.
Was it in this country though?
Tommy Fury,
yeah.
Was it this country?
Yeah, I think it was. I'm sure the J Paul one was out in.
Yeah, that was in Saudi. That was. I'm
sure. In Saudi, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what the KSI was. It might have been in UK, to be honest.
I'm not sure if it was in Manchester Arena. It might be. I might be wrong. I'm not sure. But I'm sure that was between 15 and 20,000.
Yeah, it was full there. Yeah. Big numbers on that.
Yeah.
Big
and
numbers.
Celebrities even turn out to
watch. They're full of celebrities.
Even look,
celebrities. Yeah. They love it.
Yeah, Drake put money on it.
Yeah.
Like it was.
Puts money on losing, right?
It was. It was look, massive. It does draw in the crowds because there's something about a person off the telly or someone like or someone off YouTube going in and fight things. It's different because it brings in different crowds. And all these boys, got like I haven't got loads of boxing fans, obviously, because I'm not a boxer. I mean, so but I got a different fan base. So when they see you doing something like boxing, they want to get involved and watch it. So it's loads of different fan base coming into it. So look, I think people criticise the Misfits. I think when some of the fighters make a mockery of it, I think that's when I don't like it. But you can't knock someone. Like people knock Jake Paul, right? I think that man is tremendous. Genius.
Absolute business. Man.
He trains probably 6-7 days a week. Yeah. He trains like a seasoned pro. And he's getting there and fighting big names in front of millions of people. And people say, that bum. How can you say that?
What pissed me off, they just say, when are you going to fight a boxer? Jake, when are you going to fight a real boxer? He's not a real boxer. He's a YouTuber who's come in and he's fought ex-UFC champions.
Exactly.
And I was knocking him out. I don't know if he's fake or but there's a big speculation.
I
think it's real, to bang someone like that. I don't think many people, especially an ex-UFC world champion, Tyron Woodley, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
To just get hit like that, he wouldn't. I can't see him doing that.
At the same time, being like an ex-UFC champ, blah blah blah, they got too much pride to do.
Of course, that's what I mean.
Way too much pride.
100%. But if you look at any pro now, any world champion now, their first 10 fights were against like journeymen. So did anyone say?
Yeah, exactly.
So Jake
sounds mad, Bronzy, obviously with my box career, right? Well, how many fights did Jake Paul have before Tyron Woodley?
I don't know.
He's only had about 5 fights.
I didn't fight anyone probably in my fucking 10 fight, 30 fight careers. Tyron Woodley. The man knows how to fight like.
100%.
He does.
People say when you I watched a press conference the other day, he's fighting Mike Tyson, isn't he?
Yeah.
And one of the guys saying, this is just you're fighting. What's the word?
The presenter.
One of the interviewers in the crowd. Gimmick fight. That's the guy. And Jake Paul said, "Well, would you get in the ring with him?" And Mike Tyson didn't like the fact he called him a gimmick. Mike Tyson, at any age, is a fucking bad man. You know what I mean? Like the fact he's getting Mike Tyson, man. If he's, I don't understand. Yeah, granted, he's a lot younger. Mike Tyson's an older man now, but it doesn't take away the fact Mike Tyson's still a killer. You mean he's getting in the ring. You ask 99% of the world to get in a ring with Mike Tyson. I bet half of them say no. You know what I mean? So the boy's doing it. So look, he got to get into people's skin. That's why he's so famous. People want to see him lose, but that's why he's so famous. He's a marketing genius, and it does me head. And people go, you bum, this and that. You see Tyson Fury the other day, lost now. People saying he should retire.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, boxing is. It's the fan base, such worst fan base. It's the worst fan base. Like people will have an amazing career. They lose 2 fights. Like people, they're done. It baffles me. Like, and they're not fans. They're just fucking armchair supporters.
They'll support them right up until they lose. And then when they lose, it's like, this guy's a bum. You know what I mean? He's overrated. And
exactly. Like you look at Anthony Joshua. I'm a big fan of Anthony Joshua, and I think what he's done, he had a small amateur. It wasn't very long. Small amateur career. He went to the Olympics, won gold. Like to do that anyway. If he retired there, brilliant.
That's a massive achievement.
That's what I mean. And then he goes from there. I think he had He had about like 12 fights. I'm sure he won gold in it. Was it gold?
Anthony Josh
gold,
gold.
See, that's an achievement.
If he retired after that, what an achievement. And then he had around I think it was like 12 fights, and then he fought Charles Martin.
And
he won the world
title.
17, won a world title.
Still very low motivation.
Same as Anthony Yardy's the same.
So but then you have like one or two losses, and people are like, he's washed, he's a bum. Josh is like, how was he a bum? Even win a world title, even if that's you win a world, that's everyone in the world. Winning an area title is impressive.
You've got to be a very, very good fighter to get under a Lonsdale belt.
That's what I mean.
You've got to be serious. Do you know what I mean?
And that's what confuses me with the boxing fan base and audience. Like how someone could, British title, and that's hard in itself because all the other amateurs, they couldn't do it. They didn't get to the pros game and then win that belt. So how can people call someone a bum who's won a world title? Yeah, they might not be, pound for pound, and the best in that division, but they still won a world title. That's like 9 billion people. Half our men in it, but honestly, it baffles me. Like,
What did you think of the Fury and the Usyk fight?
It was tremendous.
It was awesome,
Absolutely
wasn't it?
tremendous fight. Like, that was one for the ages, I think. That was
Yeah.
like, because it was a massive build up. And Jody's fights, I get nervous. Like, I was so, I don't know why. It's like, because Fury's unbeaten, Usyk's unbeaten. Like, someone's always got to go, and I get nervous. Like, saying, surely none of these are going to lose. You know what I mean? So when I get nervous, these big fights, I wonder what the outcome's going to be.
Yeah.
So, well, I was going to say,
You can ask my missus, right? Happy birthday to Courtney, by the way.
happy birthday.
When the fight was on, all the undercard was finished and we was waiting for the fight to come on. I was saying, I don't want it to happen now.
Yeah.
I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to happen.
That's what I mean, because the old build up, this years of waiting, now it's just going to happen. It's going to
Yeah,
be over.
I felt sick.
Yeah, honestly, I was like that, and I stayed up. I fell asleep for like Jai Apataya. He was fighting on I watched half of it. I was knackered. I had a few beers, and so then I was awake again. And the Fury fight come on. I was like on the edge of my seat. I was just like, and I thought Fury was going to stop him at one point because he hit him. He was pounding him to the body. He hit him that uppercut. Then Usyk was hurt.
He stopped in his tracks a bit, didn't he?
100%. But Fury was fighting a good fight. A real good fight. Obviously, he's a fucking brilliant fighter. And then, after that, then Fury, Usyk sort of, he worked him out. And that's what he does. He's a professional. He works people out. And he's stronger in the later rounds. Yeah. We saw against Joshua. Joshua hurt him in the second fight. And Joshua hurt him to the body. And after that, then he won every round. And
he comes out to the corner. And once you work him, he has a bad round. It's like he comes out with a demon in his head. Like, you ain't fucking doing that to me again.
And it's like when you're both really tired, that's when he's better.
Yeah.
But I think what he is, he's mentally drained as well. Tony Bellew say he's the most mentally... He lost because he just drained him because he just didn't know what to do. But then Fury, then like that, obviously he was picking the rounds up, and then Usyk in that 9th round was... Oh my God. Like, from all the fights Fury's been hurt against all the Wilders, I've never seen him that hurt. Yeah, even though when he was down to the ground, his head was back like the Undertaker. He comes back up, but he was like, if it wasn't for the ropes, he'd be in the 5th row. He would land in the 5th row.
I think it should have been stopped because the ropes kept him up about 4 times.
Do you think his refs would have stopped it?
Yeah, 100%.
I think
his refs would have stopped Fury when he was on the floor against Wilder in the 12th round as well.
It was vice versa, look, and Fury was doing that with Usyk.
I think Fury was favoured by by Turkey.
Turkey Al-Sheikh.
Yeah, but I think when I was watching, I was like, he should have called it off. Should have stopped it. But then on reflection, it's for the undisputed world champion, and Fury he hasn't lost. I think he was owed that. So on reflection, I think the ref maybe did it's different. If Usyk went on to lose, then it would have been a different story, wouldn't it? People would have been hating the fact the ref didn't stop it.
Yeah.
But because he went on to win, I kind of accepted the fact that the ref was giving Fury his sort of opportunity. But then at the same time, like, I think the rule is if you're falling and the ropes hold you up, he can give you a standing 8 count. But I timed it. I watched it again last night. See?
Oh, did I?
Watch it again because I like to watch it again, but
with no comment, no emotion.
No emotions. I know what's happening now, so I can really study it.
Yeah.
And he had about 17 seconds.
Yeah.
Mental. He started counting. He had about 17 seconds, and it's not the first time it's happened like that.
No. The first one, the lad, they read the same up, but that one from the time he went down to it.
Yeah. It's a bit sneaky because you can hear the guy outside the ring starts counting. The ref says, and then he stops and starts counting again.
Yeah.
But then he's up. The refs look at him, checking his gloves and stuff. I'm 17 seconds.
And he's pushing Usyk back as well.
Yeah.
So like,
and Usyk is like, get me in there.
And
then all of a
that's
sudden,
an opportunity. He knows our round's coming to an end as well. Do you know what I mean?
30 seconds left, the fight was over, mate.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. The bell goes in, and so you can see like Fury. He makes you laugh, right? Because he was like, listen, he's always like, he's like us walling back now, but he's still staring at Usyk like that. Like, he's a wind up and he's a proper.
The first time I've ever seen him punch senseless.
Yeah,
because he'll go down, but when he gets back up, he always faculties are there.
Yeah.
So it's the first time I've ever seen him punched, and he's just like dazed out. He's gone. Like.
Yeah, and if you watch it, Usyk won another 3 rounds after that. I thought he ran the rest of the rounds, but Fury took about 3 rounds to start to come around. And he did the last 2 rounds. I'd say were pretty even. Maybe Usyk had the more eye-catching punches. Usyk was catching a lot of Fury's punches, but Usyk was landing more of the power punches on Fury.
I think the shot, a lot of he was exhausted as well, because considering Usyk's a smaller man, I've never seen anyone control the ring so well against Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Just straight on the back foot, Fury
He was, yeah.
Control
And just
that ring the whole fight, considering he's a smaller man.
That's it. Because if you look at when he fought Wilder, Wilder's massive. Fury, especially the third fight, Fury bullied him, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know, the second and third fight. Second fight more, so yeah, he bullied him. And he's massive Wilder, but you could see when Fury would try and have 2 minutes, Usyk was like, yes, whoosh, he shoved him right off.
Oh, you don't realise how strong Usyk is to be able to do that, but
that's a lot of the Fury tactics. When he leans on you, control his weight on you, but he was throwing him off easy.
It's like one of the things I was saying, like for everyone who was trying to think the second Joshua fight, and they were just like, you gotta put it on, gotta put it on him. It's not that fucking easy.
So, I mean,
when there's a man who can control the centre of the ring like Usyk, you can't just put it on him because his shots are so accurate.
Exactly.
He's always moving off to the right. You know what I mean? You can't nail him down.
And he's good. He's a good counter puncher as well. I think people, like you said, people saying Joshua, you got to go in there and rough him up. It's easier fucking said than done. You're fighting a genius there. Like, it was like Joshua. He's probably a bit hesitant to throw because he knows Usyk will see you coming and boom, he's going to catch him. So you're not going to be flying in there with big, 1-2 hooks because. You're going to waste all that energy. You're going to waste all that energy and get caught.
Yeah.
Like Joshua's no mug. Like he's a good fighter, Joshua. He's not fucking stupid.
He had a lot of criticism for losing the Usyk, right?
Dude, big time.
But do you think that what happened against Fury takes a lot
off Joshua?
Yeah, it takes a lot off that loss.
If I'm Joshua in that crowd there, I'm rubbing my hands. I'm rubbing my hands because
that might have risen his stock a little bit more to what it was.
And especially with Fury's like, oh, Joshua got beat by a pumped up middleweight and a cruiserweight. Now look at you.
And also Fury was saying like, Joshua lost to the rabbit, Bellew, Chisora, they all lost to the rabbit. Now I got to do it back for Britain again. And he went and lost to the rabbit as well. But like,
you've got to be careful what you say.
That's what I mean. And he's, I think with Fury, I think he's unbelievable boxer. I think he's done a lot of great for mental health, but I don't know, the way he handles himself sometimes, people like question him sometimes then. So they're like, I think some people were glad he lost in a way, which I wasn't glad. I was a bit, happy whoever won. But I don't know, people, I don't know, it's a sour thing with Fury sometimes. I think like, because he's a great, he's a great guy, a great boxer, but then he's criticising Usyk all the time and he's shouting shit.
I don't know what I hate, like when he's calling him a fucking gap tough.
That's what I mean.
I hate that.
That's what I mean.
Absolutely hate that.
Play this mental health
yeah,
exactly.
It's personal.
It
goes a bit further than boxing.
Yeah,
you don't need to mention people's penises all the time.
So of course, I think the thing about Usyk, right? He's everything you want in an heavyweight world champion. He's a gentleman, lovely guy. He's a funny guy, funny guy. He loves his country. He is where every kid should look up to be as a boxer. He's a fucking gentleman. Like, and
what do you think of Fury's comments at the end about Ukraine? He only won because of the war.
Yeah, look, that's wrong, obviously. But it's the same. You go back to after the Joshua second fight. Joshua, these are boys now trained all their life for this, and they've lost the better man. And your emotions act over, and people are calling Joshua an idiot.
Usyk just hands out mental illness.
But like Josh after the second fight, he wasn't himself there. He wasn't saying. And he probably looks back in reflection.
Usyk is just handing out mental breakdowns for fun.
So so I mean, but I don't criticize. Yeah, Josh was maybe wrong for what he did, but people, you should have seen what Josh an arsehole for that. One mistake doesn't rule. Doesn't. So we're looking for that. One mistake doesn't. Whatever the word. Doesn't make up.
Yeah.
And he did. And I think same for Fury. He's again emotions running high. He probably said a few things which he shouldn't have said. And he probably looked back on reflection and thought maybe I shouldn't have said that. But look,
Joshua threw the belts out of the ring. And
that was wrong to do.
It was hard to watch.
It was hard. It was awkward. But his team should have stepped in. It was hard when you step in again. 19 stone man.
Stepping against a man that size on
you know what?
Joshua.
Yeah.
When he's having a mental break.
Well, Chisora was in his corner. Chisora didn't want anybody.
Yeah, and he's in that case.
But Joshua, right? And people criticize him. That man he's a beast. He's he's a powerhouse, right? And people saying, he needs to get his old self back, whatever. But when you step up competition, it's hard to just go in there and bang people out, like I said with Usyk. But you've seen in his last two fights now. He's serious guy, serious power. Like Francis Ngannou is world. He's probably the toughest man in a street fight.
Francis,
of course he is. You lock him in a room with every man on the planet, there's only one man walking out that room. That's him. And Joshua folded him like a 12-year-old boy. It was I couldn't believe it, right? And that shows the kind of power and skill he has. Because Francis, he's stepping into boxing. Boxing UFC is different. I mean, you throw punches, but a boxer will always beat a UFC fighter. Boxing, you know, like different. Yeah, when you fight in UFC, UFC fighter will win. Yeah. And boxers know that, by the way. I hate them fancy. Oh yeah, but they would never step in the octagon. Yeah, obviously because they haven't trained, floor work, mat work, for all their life. So they're not going to. They're not dull. And there's more money in boxing. But Francis, he's still a tough guy who can, beat most men. And Joshua went in and done that to him, and it was.
Is that something you'd ever consider?
UFC?
Do a bit of MMA?
No, obviously not UFC. MMA.
I'm a UFC fighter, bro.
I don't know. I've always been intrigued about it, but the elbows and the fucking, I like my ears. I do like the old cauliflower ears.
Yeah.
I watch Oban, right, and not as Oban, all of your MMA fighters, and they kick into the legs and ankles. I'm like, how are they shins and the ankles holding up? And I find it's unbelievable. It's crazy. I think, look, hats off to them. I think anyone who does sport, anything, like football players, rugby players, boxers, anything, you've got to have a lot of discipline and, craftsmanship to do what you do. So, at that level. But UFC, boxing's hard old game, but UFC, you've got to worry about leg kicks and you've got to worry about kick to the head or knee to the nose.
You can bring a kick to the leg and then just sweep it up and
vicious,
smash it across the head with it.
I watched the MVP of Michael Van Page.
Yeah.
Watching some of his stuff before. He's jumping up and down. And all of a sudden, he's a Superman punch where he'll kick you in the nose.
Jumping off the cage. And
when he knees that fella.
Sickening.
In the head.
Sickening.
He actually caves his skull at the front of his skull. It's
sickening.
It's a big hole in his head,
Sickening, but he's just smashed his skull in a circle and dented into his brain.
It looks like he did with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
He then jumps up into it and he bang.
Oh, vicious. What's your thoughts on the Anthony Kakachi and Joe Cordina fight?
I was devastated for Cordina. Devastated for him. And I wasn't expecting it to go that way. But I don't want to make excuses, but the shot on the break, that did kind of change the momentum of the fight because he was boxing lovely before that. And I think he was still a little bit dazed or something from that shot. And then that's when he thought, I have to stick in there now, dig in, and start fighting on the inside with him because when it just all went tits up. But you've got to give it to Kakachi as well. He fought an excellent fight and he was just ruthless and 100%. he was not coming off his chest.
I agree with you there. Like, we're gonna be, fans of Joey Welshman, but I do think that changed the trajectory of the fight because, but then again, it's a fight. I mean, you do get a little late punches, but I do think that day's Joe. I don't think he recovered very quickly. But I think with Joe as well, he's such a good boxer, but he gets dragged into the dogfight. I think he's very proud, and Joe, if someone's bringing the dogfight to him, he wants to prove that he can bring the dog.
And he got so much talent.
Oh, he's unbelievable fighter.
Is unbelievable. His skill is insane. I trained in the gym with him, and I just watching him, and he's unbelievable. And like I said, I think he gets dragged into that dogfight, and that's not his style. Although he's good at it. He saw against Rakhimov.
Yeah.
That was a dog, and Joe came out on top, and Joe fought an excellent fight. But again, dragged into the dogfight, and I think that's what kind of happened there. So I'm thinking.
You might have underestimated him a little bit going from the Rakhimov fight and obviously the Japanese.
Maybe,
but I think Kakachi, he's been inactive and he hasn't fought for a couple of years properly. So probably thinking, relentless. He came in now. Yeah,
he looked massive.
See his back. His back was like that. Yeah. And he was coming in and he was throwing bombs, and it was hard for Joe to recover. And I hated it. I was like, me and Millie watching, so I was like, I was upset about it because I don't know, when you're a big fan of someone and they've had such a clean career, and done so well, and then that happens, you think, well, look, again, shit happens. You bounce back from it, you get better. You learn so much from that. And look, the greats, lose. But in this day and age now, people have one loss and people think they washed. Like Devin Haney, I think he's done a tremendous career. One loss, and people are like, it don't work like that. Joe will come back now, bigger and better, and he probably learn a lot from this.
I'm not just saying this because he's Welsh, but I think if they fought 10 times, he'd probably beat him 8 to 9 times.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I think it was just not his night kind of thing.
Not his night, and
weight.
Kakachi's night, yeah. And I think he'll go up.
Yeah, you'd have to, I think.
Yeah.
I think he done a video saying that the weight is not for him anymore.
Yeah.
He's going to go up in weight.
Yeah,
does Millie enjoy the boxing? Or?
She does when she... So, I had the Ural show one, right? She was about 5-6 hours long. So
yeah, it's a long... The Saudis, they drag it out.
Yeah, they drag it out. But obviously, I can watch... I can watch two bums fight and enjoy it. What?
What's her thoughts on you boxing?
Oh, she wants me to do it. Yeah.
Is she?
She wants me to do it. Usually, Mrs. trying to stop her, like, and she's fucking nagging me to do it. She wants that. She says, "I love to be
off somewhere down the line."
She wants me. Like, why would you not do it? Like, I want to be in the crowd cheering you on. I say, "That's all well and good," but then fucking. Unless I get sparked out.
Yeah, I think her thoughts will change a bit as it comes closer. Yeah. The thought of her, she is great, isn't it? But then when it starts coming closer and closer.
She's a big fucking Rocky fan, look, and she's watching Adrian in the crowd. Go on, Rocky!
Yeah.
He's winning. It's a different story when you get banged out.
It's actually the worst part, what I found with is the build-up. Especially if you're going to make weight, you cut weight, you're a bit angry, a bit nervous. Really snappy.
Yeah.
It's going to be a nightmare to be around.
Imagine, yeah.
You're 6'6", you're a big man. I imagine you'd be a little bit intimidating. You stayed on a purpose.
And you might tell you, as if I'm in camp in my own house. You're not allowed in this camp. But what was your background? Before we spoke about that?
About her, like, does she like? Does she want you to box?
She does want me to. She wants me to have a go, but with regards to actually enjoying boxing, she'll watch it if I'm watching. I mean, and like we went to watch Fury versus Dillian White. We got given the outer ring tickets. Really good seats. She came with I was about 94,000 there for her, so it was a bit overwhelming. Like it was mad. It was a bit carnage, to be honest. People were like stopping us left, right, and centre. So it was alright, but. I find with the boxing, I love going to watch it live, but it puts me on edge sometimes as well because you've got everyone in the crowd who gets hammered. Like people get so drunk and they all think they're boxers. They're all trying to fight. And like, flying. They're all screaming and they're all shadow boxing. Like, and I'm like, leave it to the boys in the ring. And I puts me on edge sometimes.
For a woman, sometimes it can be very intimidating.
Because men get very aggressive. Like after a drink, they get aggressive. They watch the boxing and they want to fight. Then, like, I'm thinking, what's going on here? Like, can't everyone just enjoy, get a bit merry and enjoy? You see it down Utilda in Cardiff. Like, just I tell you what, mind we I went to watch Lauren Price fight. It was a great turnout for her. It was really, really good turnout. It was some good fights underneath. Kieran Jones, Rhys Edwards. When Rhys come on. Oh, the place.
He got a big family as well. He takes a lot of people down, a lot of friends.
Yeah. His old man and uncle sat behind me. They were going mad. And the energy when he started, when he came on, was brilliant. And that was a fight and a half hours. Like, that was... that boy, was he 32 and 1?
Yeah, very good fight.
That's a good record. That's, that Rhys Ben, he stepped up there now and he took the challenge and he came out on top, and that's you got a big brownie points to that because
massive, plus his fight before that as well, Brad Foster. He's a hell of a fighter. British Commonwealth champion. The fight I think he lost maybe the fight before. So you've had two slobbing on now, really, do you mean? And
he got it a few times and he kept on coming forward. A lot of boys would have gone down off him punches, right? So he fair play to him, and then I said that with Lauren Price fight, that was brilliant. That was like she Jessica McCaskill, good fighter, great career.
I can't believe one-sided it was.
Jessica McCaskill, she lost to Katie Taylor, she lost to Chantal Cameron, and she drove with Sandy Ryan and she. So them three are they're the big names. Katie Taylor. So losing to her there's nothing wrong with that. And now she lost to Lauren Price, and I think it was very one-sided, and Lauren just went in there and made her look like an amateur. I mean,
when you go to these events, do you ever get a bit? How do I put it? Like, obviously you respect your fans and all that, but do you get noticed a bit too much sometimes, and is a bit too much for you?
Yeah. Like bluntly, you have some lovely people, then you have some. It's when you go out and people are drunk. If it doesn't have to be the boxing, you'd be on a night out, and people are just different, don't they? When they've had a drink, everyone's different. If they've had a drink, so they come up and they will say things they wouldn't usually say. Bit more rowdy than it usually would be, and like it can be hard. You get some lovely people, but then you got some people who just like because they watched me, maybe they voted for me on Love Island, which I'm very grateful. They kind of think they own that time with me then, so they'll speak with me, they chat to me, and then they'll just be there. Then and I'm like, I'll be like with my family, or I'm trying to have on a night out with friends or family, or like with Millie, for instance, and they just want to be like they give me a life story, and they're like, oh, they go on and on and on when they're drunk as well, and I said, look, lovely to meet you. They're like, oh, don't be an arsehole, don't be rude. And I'm like, fucking hell, it's fine.
You can't win, or
you can't win. I could be lovely to every single person.
Yeah.
So one person do my head in, and I'd be short through them, and they'd be like, oh, he's an arsehole.
Yeah.
You can't win.
When you first come out there, how much of a shock to the system was that kind of...
Oh, it was crazy. It was like, we'd have people chasing us down the street. Like, that was madness, right? So, like, when you win that show, it's the biggest show in the UK.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not just UK, people watch it around the world. America, Australia, people watch it, like, in South Africa. And so we come out, and we went in London. I didn't come home back to Wales. I went straight after the show, stayed in London, and I moved straight to Essex then, really. But we went to London a couple of days after we came out, and it was just like, fucking, we thought we'd be fine going out.
Yeah.
And it was carnage. We went to, what's it called? What's the shopping centre now in London? It's,
I wouldn't have a clue.
It's, it starts with W, can't think. And hundreds of people don't come over to us. Because one person, because people always think you look different on the telly, they don't expect to see you. So one person sees you having a photo, they think, I think they realise it.
I know, yeah.
They're like, oh my God, they all rush over.
It's just bringing the attention to you. And
crazy, and it's flattering. Some people are lovely, but obviously it can be hard work sometimes. And I always like to speak. I'll always stop and speak to someone or have a photo with them. Like I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not not Anthony Joshua, but it is a well-known show, and people do go mad for it. They get like people see us together. People see us together, me and Millie, right? And they were like, oh my God, and they want to have photos then, which is like lovely as well. But then they just get obsessed with this show because it's on for like 8 weeks long, every day of the week.
You feel like they know you.
You feel like they know us and they want to be a part of us and see us, and they never think they'll meet you. And look, I'm just a guy from Merthyr. I mean, I'm no, I don't look at myself as anyone special, but they kind of look at you like, do you know what I mean?
Do you find it crazy a bit how much of how obsessed people can get over a TV show?
Yeah. To be fair, before I went on, I used to watch it, and then after I'd follow all the people on there, and I would I'd feel like I knew them because I've been watching all the time. So, but I would never. Still, I wouldn't be obsessed with them if I seen them. I wouldn't be obsessed. I would never have been obsessed with them, but I'm like, I watch it. Keep up with them now. When I was younger. I was watching it. I wouldn't run over to them and say, I need a photo, or say some mad stuff to them. There's no one in the world I'd run up to and have a photo like now. Like when I was a kid, I would. When if it was Tom Jones, I would. Do you mean no, but even then, I would just like. I'd just want to speak to them or something.
Yeah, and you just.
I'm a big fan of Tom Jones. So I love Tom Jones. Yeah. But respectfully,
Tom Jones a bit of a random.
Yeah, a tattoo on a leg there. Look,
you haven't.
I'm dancing. I'd have a photo of him. I love him.
Anyone else?
Don't know. Tell you what, it sounds man. I'm a big fan of Ed Ewan.
I love Ed Ewan.
Big fan of Ed Ewan, son. I respect everything he does, son. He's great, and so I'm a fan of him. I mean, but I wouldn't I don't fanboy over people.
Yeah.
I don't but some people do. They get crazy.
You see him at the Matchroom Gym, man.
I've never actually seen him.
No,
good, son.
that's the Matchroom Gym, I think. That one.
That's more. Yeah, it is. Yeah. But what back? What was you saying? What was you saying?
I'd go. How does Millie find it?
Same. Yeah. It can be difficult at times because you just want to eat lunch sometimes, and people look up to you in a video when you eat lunch. The man that is like, well, some people come over to you and they be like, wait, and stick a phone in your face like that.
I couldn't deal with that, but
it's one of those things. Like it's deep down, not before that, but everyone's kind of like, I wouldn't mind being like that. But I think it's a different reality when it actually happens.
Look, my life changed when I come off our show, and I've had so many amazing things. I still continue to have amazing things for me. I'm super grateful, but it does have negatives as well. And like social media, you post stuff, and people just want to shout you down on it. I mean, like this. And when you've got this big platform, you are open to people coming in.
Yeah.
If I do anything, which is like, I'll put a video on my boxing, a lot of good comments. some guys then say, you get slapped up, you silly sausage. What do you think? Get your gloves on, come to the gym.
All these the potato couches, all the ones with the negative comments have never done anything with their life ever, and they just constantly just going through on it. Down in mother's basement, tapping away
on the 10 franc of the day, and then it's like, and I'm thinking, look, if you were out, if you even. Well, I was in the boxing gym now with Alex 6 weeks ago, and I put a video on Snapchat of me boxing. My Snapchat's like a public Snapchat, and some boy said he was like chatting shit, and I said, "Look, I'm in the gym. If you were working on yourself, you wouldn't have time to chat shit about others." And I just like, and he's just like, "Shut up, you sausage," and all that. Like, and there's one a reaction of who you do.
Yeah, so how much do you go back and forth then, and then waste your time with it as well?
Exactly. But the thing is, before,
man, you don't want to be wasting your time.
Yeah, with fucking imbeciles. Like, if it was before Love Island and someone was messaging me or comment on my page, chatting shit, I'd be like, "Who's this?" I'd search them up and say, "Who the fuck? Who are you?" Like, what? Like, you've got a problem. Like. But obviously, I can't do that to hundreds and hundreds of people. So you just gotta get like just.
You're right.
You just gotta get on there and accept. Is 80-90% of the world is filled with wankers. A lot. It's a small percentage of people who are nice, genuine, good people. And all you got to do now is look at comments. People are just wankers. Like, all want to throw hate. No one like so many like criticism and it's
over anything. Like I know it's a bit off subject really, but I'd go through sometimes and I'd see on your reels. It's like just someone making a dish of food or something. You click on a comment and they just everyone just anything negative you got to say.
You did that wrong.
It's a piece of lasagna.
I know.
What understand how people in the limelight how it can affect you, can it?
Oh yeah.
Constant. When you start to break you down something.
Yeah.
You're gonna have thick skin.
100%. Thing for me, I haven't done anything. I'm a pretty normal person. I don't like when I have been on your TV shows. I have had a lot of criticism for being fuck boy. People call me, and just like he's a womanizer, he's this and that. When I was on Love Island, I was in the villa, so I was kind of hidden from it. My sister was running my Instagram account, and she was on all the messages. So me and Millie were together. Then I went to Casa Amor, kissed this other girl, and then it was up.
I can remember watching that.
Because I kind of knew you was going on for a while.
Yeah.
And we were down the caravan watching it, and I was like,
it was up close, and people. My sister had to put a post out saying, "Guys, you got to be kind, stop these messages." People sending voice notes, sending death threats.
Was that hard for her?
Oh, my mother and sister were fucking awful. My dad was like, "Oh, you fucking idiots, fuck them." My dad didn't care, like, but because he knows it's all this idiots in the bedrooms. But not just it's mothers, women now, and who young. My mother, I'm a baby boy, like and these women got
6'6".
These women got
you're a baby boy.
These women got their own sons, and they're online criticising this youngster. Off you, see you later. Criticising this youngster for just doing something.
Doing something positive.
21 years of age. I made a little mistake. Okay, I haven't done it. I'm a murderer, no one. I just kissed some other girl on a TV show. And the amount of meshes I had was horrendous.
Did you read them when it come out?
I didn't really, but I still had a lot of them when it came out. So Millie found that quite hard.
Yeah,
because she this is a guy she loves now, and people are criticising her, and she knows me. And my mother found it hard as well, and my sister, because they know me, know I'm a good guy. I'll do anything for anyone. And these people criticize me as if they know me, as if I am this person. And that's what it is. You could do 99 good things. Do one wrong thing, people.
Oh yeah, and they forget about everything.
That's what I mean. It's a funny world we live in. But
does your family when you moved away and you was in there and stuff? Was your family missing you pretty bad?
Yeah. So basically, I went in there and we did it was through COVID too, so we did each cast member had to do a 2-week quarantine in this sort of, they hire out about 20 villas. So me and this chaperone, I could have trained to Birmingham, did my cases. I met the chaperone, I got just a guy who works in TV. Met him first time. We flew then to Spain. They took my phone off me, so there was no phone in. Didn't speak to my family at all. So
before I go
in the actual villa, so we landed and they put us in a car, took us into this villa on a farm, this little house on a farm. And me and the chaperone stayed there. We had to stay for a minimum of 2 weeks. But I came on the show in about 5th or 6th day. So I was in there for 20 days. So basically 3 weeks. So I had no phone for 3 weeks. no contact with anyone in the world for 3 weeks, just me and this guy I just met. And I meant I was honestly, so we'd wake up in the morning, I'd have no alarm, I'd wake up, we'd go for a run around this farm, we couldn't leave the farm premises, we'd go for a run on the track, it was like a house and there's like a plants and farms, so we run around there, come back and I do like 500 push-ups and squats and stuff, and then shower or breakfast, I'd lay in the sun all day. He had a phone and stuff, and stuff, but he couldn't tell me anything.
Well, he wasn't telling you to do all this, was he?
No. I just wanted. And he wanted to do it, so we stayed fit together. But this guy we just met, and he lovely guy. Like we became friends afterwards. Then, and but it was just crazy. I spent 3 weeks in a villa, in like a house which I've never been to in my life. Didn't know where I was on earth. I only knew I was in fucking Mallorca.
Yeah.
And no contact with anyone. All I had was in my own thoughts and this guy. And to be fair, it was amazing. It was like it was hard for the first 4 days because I've never been out with my phone, never been out with my friends. So but once that passed, I was like, all right, this is it. It was like a detox, and it felt good. And but then it got to like I was there for about 14, 15 days. I was like, right, get me in that villa, get me into that villa. I just needed to see other people.
Dragging on a bit.
Yeah, I needed to see other people. I needed to see like. Because I felt like the world has stopped existing. Like I was like, get me around men, like the boys, the women. I was busting to see the women, and so my parents didn't hear off me for 3 weeks. Well, they didn't hear off me for 12 weeks.
12 weeks altogether.
Yeah, because I was in the show for 8 weeks, and I did a 3-week quarantine. So I had no contact with the outside world. I was a bricklayer from Merthyr going in there, come out there, and millions of people knew I was. I was like.
Did you have any thought? When you say you was in the quarantine before you went in, did you ever think that you was going to win it?
Oh no chance.
You were just taking part. You were just going to enjoy what the experience was.
I always thought like, look, I'm a boy from Merthyr. I'm confident around town, but I'm not like confident as in like I wasn't confident in front of camera. Really, I wasn't I was just confident, but I felt. I'm loud, but I'm not like super outspoken. I thought there's going to be people on there who are like, from all over the UK, and they're going to be confident, big characters. I thought I was just going to be a little, shell, but I'll always, hold my own. But I just thought that who am I to win? I just thought like it'd be other people, and I went on there and kind of just was myself, and like
that kind of mentality is probably what got you.
Probably because what you notice on there is people on there and they play it up to cameras. They were playing the game. They were like. Acting funny, trying to be funny, trying to be on camera all the time, and you kind of get found out, and everyone kind of notices in there, and you kind of get found out. And I was just myself, and some people maybe didn't like me on air, and we didn't get on with some others, but then Millie came in, and that was kind of us then. We had that wicked relationship. I didn't want anyone else, she didn't want anyone else, and it just kind of showed our like we took a like to each other. And we had that thing for each other, and I fell in love with her in the end, and it was good. But never thought I'd win, bro. Like, even at the final. I was like, how am I in this final? And then we were standing up like that, right? And they had an audience there. So this is the first time we've seen people who are not the crew. Like, so we'd have the crew members, like the people running the show, they're there all the time. You just don't see them. So like, you got the villa and the garden now. If you walk up the villa doors, there's a little production team there. So it's like a film set.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So, and then in the garden, there's like this wall. It's like a secret door. Out there, full films. It's on like must be about 10 acres of land, like more than that. It's massive, right? And it's about 400 people working behind the scenes. It's massive. So I could go out and speak to anyone whenever I want. The producers are always there. The crew, you just don't see them. But so at the final, then that was the first time we saw an audience. And we come out and people were like looking at us clapping. I was like, who are these? How do they know who I am? Like, obviously I knew they'd been watching us. And I looked down the line, it was me and my couple and 3 other couples. And I was like, nah, they're a good couple, they're funny, they're strong, people don't like it. We probably come like 3rd or 4th. All of a sudden, 4th place got called, 3rd place got called. And all of a sudden it was between me and the other couple. I was like, this is 50-50, I was like, the producer, the host of the show, Laura, she's in the middle now, and I'm here, and the other couple's there, and they're like, right, the winner of Love Island. I'm like, I just giggled to myself. I'm like, what's going on there? It was only 3 months ago. I was on a building site with a bunch of men with no teeth, not a tooth in the head, and now she's saying these words, and they said our name, and they were just like, I thought it was weird, and it was a strange experience, amazing, it was strange.
Like I said, you've had the experiences from this show now as well with Panda events, which you run it. So you running it or
Yeah, so it's just me basically. I've got a social media girl as well she's doing really well. But it's only I started on my own. It's going well. It's hard. It's not easy.
Yeah, yeah.
You're battling the weather conditions in Wales. You know, it rains all the time, so you're worrying if it's going to rain. You know, worrying about selling enough tickets. You know, booking things. It's stressful. People think you just book a venue and DJ and everyone's going to come. Don't work like that. So we got an event now on Saturday in Swansea, in Bamboo, and then we're gonna have one in August as well. We had one last month, which went really well. But yeah, like any business, bro, it's just not. We're only a year in. When you're in, so it takes time. But so doing that, doing like the social media work and stuff. Because obviously when you come out, you get this big platform. Not everyone. Like years ago, you could have just come off, and you didn't have to come be in the final, and you would have done well on social media. Whereas now, there's so many been so many Love Islands, there's so many TikTokers, so many influencers.
Yeah.
Is everyone trying to get a piece of this pie? Yeah. Whereas before, when you had the Geordie Shore days or like the early Towie days, it was a lot less people. Not like movie stars or singers, reality stars.
Reality TV
so it wasn't as many. Whereas loads now. So it's a lot harder to make a career for me. So with Love Island, for instance, if you make it to the final, then you got a bit of a chance on doing it. But if you don't make the final, you can still do really well.
Yeah.
But you have to find a lane which you're good at, because you get this platform. It's what you can do with it afterwards. Because you can have all these brand deals. They eventually dry up if you're not relevant or if you're not doing something which is leading somewhere. So I'm trying to push more into the sort of presenting the media space. Yeah. I'm doing bits on Capital Radio. And stuff like that. That's what I want to do. I want to be in front of the camera. And when I first came off the show, I was terrible, awful. So all of a sudden, I was getting these brands. I was wanting to do work and stuff. So to get my phone and record myself, couldn't string a sentence together. Don't know. Honestly,
it's hard when you're in front of the camera.
I'd look at it, I'm like, oh my god, like my eye is on a bonk, or
overlooking everything. Yeah,
my accent is awful. I can't. I'm like. Because I thought, right, I have to speak slow so people understand me. Yeah. But then I was speaking very monotone. So then I was like, then it sounded boring as fuck. And it was like that for about 12 months. I was horrendous. And now I'm pretty good. But it's taken a long time for me to get there. But if I was really good when I first come out, like some people are, like Chloe, my mate, for instance, she come out, she fucking hit the she grabbed the bull by the horns, and she's just like, confident. She was just in front of the camera. She just chat shit, and she was fine. Yeah. I couldn't do it. So when you first come out, that's when you're the biggest. So she capitalized straight away. It took me. It was a slow burner, but now things just going. Things are going well. I mean, so some people just warm to things quicker than others, and now's my time. We're just going well now.
Do you kind of get any business advice off Love Island and stuff when you leave? Do they kind of tell you, right, this is where you should be going and how you should be doing it?
So they give you so they set you up. So loads of different talent agencies will want to sort of sign you if they, not everyone will get that. Some, I won the show, so obviously I had it. So they set that up then. So they contact Love Island. Love Island will set up loads of meetings for you, and they sort of help you choose which one to go with. They also give you a psychiatrist for 18 months. I think it's about 16 to 18 months for free after the show.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, so if you're struggling, they give you that. So it's much better now than what it used to be, because before they'd let you get pissed on TV, get drunk, and make loads of mistakes, and afterwards,
Big Brother
and then boom, that's it. Then they don't see you afterwards. Where fair play, when I was on the show, you'd have three check-ins with a psychiatrist and a welfare throughout the week, so they're always checking on you. And after the show, they offer that service as well, and so they do try to look after you. But yeah, they don't. Once you kind of with the management, then they don't really get involved too much. It's between you and your agent. And yeah, you just kind of guide yourself through it. Then, I went with the man. I had no history in choosing an agent or what to do next. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. You kind of just got to go for it and see how it goes. But I think I've done pretty well after the show. When me and Millie together, that's when we're our strongest. We did a show, Chloe, our mate, she had a show come out I think it was last month. And basically me and Millie on there talking about our relationship, how it can be, stressful in this industry, but also how our relationship is like a business tool as well. Because people want to, people want to see us together. People want to see us, we can earn more money together. But that's not the reason we're together. But you can, you know what I mean? So a lot of couples, you'll see a lot of couples who are in there just for the, for the money and stuff.
What about her parents and stuff? How do you get on with them?
Yeah, family's lovely. Her parents aren't together. Her dad lives in Surrey and her mother lives in Essex. Great people. I get on with them straight away. So yeah, we got a nice setup. I mean, I was living in Essex, so we were together we come off the show. I moved straight to Essex. I didn't come back to Wales.
Yeah,
moved straight there.
Did you see your parents and stuff?
So they came to London to see me. Like literally, come off the show 2 days later. We had to do some filming.
Yeah, they must have been like,
yeah. So
whoa.
yeah, so basically, we come off the show, and then 2 days later, we had to do a couple of days later, we had to do some filming in London for the show, like the after part of the show. So then that was like us seeing our parents for the first time after the show. And it was the first time me and Millie, because we had to do a 5-day quarantine, see?
Yeah, right,
COVID, yeah. Didn't see each other, with each other every day in a villa.
Just been together for
yeah, and
also, it just don't make sense, does it?
Crazy. So we did the 8 weeks together in the show. Flew home together, landed. I went in one taxi, she went another. She went home. I stayed in a hotel, in an apartment for 5 days, and then so we all met up then on camera, and that was the first time I see my parents, and it was mad. It was crazy, like. But what was the actual question? I can't remember.
I just listened. Yeah.
But that was the first time. Yeah, meeting back. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
I moved straight.
Yeah.
So that's when I saw him. Didn't go back to Wales. Went straight to Essex to move in with her house, and that was weird. I only knew her 7.5 weeks, and all of a sudden I'm living with her. Like it's stupid, it's weird, it's strange. It was amazing, it was a good experience, but
it's not circumstances that we would deal with. But it is different when you've done something like that, isn't it?
It's not normal now. Imagine like you have a kid now and you meet some girl from England. 7 weeks later, I'm moving to England with her. You wouldn't do it. So it was. That had its challenges. We were still trying to work each other out. You mean, like, and with each other every day. But it was good. It was fun. We had all these amazing things we were doing. So we lived there in her mother's house. Her mother moved out with a part of the boyfriend, so we had the house to ourselves. So we were there for 2.5 months. Then we moved into our new place. We had our own place there, and a massive place. It was lovely. And we lived there for 9 months. Broke up. I moved back to Wales for about 5 weeks. But I thought, right, what am I going to do? Am I going to stay in Wales or move back to Essex? I moved back to Essex, lived there on my own for 1.5 years. We got back together during that time. And I decided, look, it's time for me to move home. I enjoyed living there. But I thought, like, I had no friends, really. I had mates in London, but they lived on the either side of London. It takes like 2 hours to see them, 1.5 hours to get there. So I felt I was on my own all the time. I was with Millie, but then we were with each other too much. Not too much, but it was just like,
just getting on top of each other.
Yeah, and it's not as if I could pop up with the boys. So it was like, right, I'm going to move home. And we've always been great. Since we've been back together, it's been amazing. We've always been great together. I just needed a break. When we did break up, since we've been back together, everything's been amazing. Like, I moved back to Wales and we see each other now. So she'll come down here for a week. I'll go there for a week. It's good. I mean, it can be hard on times because, we might not see each other 2 weeks. It is hard then, but when we do see each other, you can't wait for it. It's like, distance makes the heart go fonder. So, like, everything's brilliant. And
does she like Wales?
She enjoys it. She doesn't like the rain, because Essex don't rain half as much, son. It doesn't rain half as much.
Crazy, isn't it? It's just literally...
Go over the bridge and it's raining. But she enjoys coming down, because I got... Everyone's your friend. I mean, it's like everyone knows each other. And like, I got loads of friends, and they got girlfriends. My family, she loves seeing them, and where we live, we can go for nice walks at the mountain and stuff. So she enjoys all that. She does like coming down.
So she does understand why you want to come back.
Yeah. She at first she was like, "Oh, why are you going?" But like she could see, But then when I live somewhere, when I got no family, no friends, it can be challenging. So, but we got a good dynamic now, and I think eventually we'll move in together. Whether that be, I don't know. I wouldn't mind living on Cardiff Bay. Maybe try. I've done Essex. You just try. But that's in the future. But it's a good setup, don't you know what I mean? But she does like coming down. But it's been a whirlwind.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's been fucking 3 years this year now.
3 years.
3 years, yeah. I can't. It's just unbelievable.
Just flying by.
Flown by. It's like, and they've had about 5 Love Islands and things. They've had like the winter one as well. So I was the winner.
Do you think they're just trying to squeeze what they can out right now?
It's too much. It's a good show, but it just saturates. There's too much, and we were the winners. We were we were the fucking king and queen of the villa, they call it. And all of a sudden they've had like about 5 since then.
Yeah.
So but look, it's been a whirlwind, but good. I mean, I never thought for a million years I'd meet someone on a TV show and then be like live with them for a bit.
Yeah,
and now I got a girlfriend who lives in Essex. I lived down in Wales, and from a TV show, like, so it does work. Well, the TV show does work. Like,
yeah.
I had for ages after the show, I had people saying, "What is it? You just acting with her? Is it real?" Like I said, yeah. Of course,
a lot of people probably think it's for the business side, don't they?
A lot of people think it's just fake, and we just play acting it. Like, no, we weren't. Maybe at the start, people could maybe assume that.
Yeah.
But it's been 3 years now. We had a little break for 7 months, but we're together. And everything's good. I mean, we're all good. So we're definitely not faking it.
But like you said, a lot of bad has come from the show, but you can't let that cloud over.
Of course not.
It's done a lot of good.
100%. Look, with every positive, you're going to have a negative. As long as you can enjoy the positives, ride the negatives.
Yeah.
That's life. I mean, you can't. And I think to be perfect all the time. I mean, and that's just living in fairyland world if that's the case. But
and it's obviously opened the other business opportunities for yourself 100%. And all that. Is it? Before we finish up, is there anything you want to get shout out for your any upcoming events or?
Nothing really. I've mentioned the events. Mentioned what I'm doing. Just want to say well done to you as well, bro. Like, you big. And glad. Thanks for having me on as well, because I love talking boxing as well, bro. And it's like it's been. I haven't done many boxing podcasts. But I mean, you've been smashing it with yours, boxing bonanza. Bonzana, I said it, boxing bonanza, and new venture for you as good as well, bro. And I love the space as well.
Yeah, it's nice.
So it would be nice now. Get a nice little neon light there for yourself.
Yeah,
nice neon light.
I'll have you design it. Yeah. You can have one of your events.
I'll show you. Go on, finish off there. I'll show you one of my neon.
So as I said at the start, a massive thank you to Liam for joining us today. He didn't have to come over, but he took time out of his own schedule to come over. This has been sponsored by Gents of Brooklyn, UK. Go check them out. If you want a haircut in Cardiff, be treated like a gentleman and leave with a fresh haircut like Liam's over there.
I got today.
And thank you all for watching.